Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of the Foundry Lab, where ideas become power and power becomes the engine for African transformation. My name is Lulama Chika, and I am your host. And I am joined by this guy. Introduce yourself.
I am Zane Dreamer. Yeah, the People's Choice champ. I think that's it.
Co-host.
Co-host, yeah, I forgot the
Musician.
Yes.
Yeah. So in today's episode, I've been seeing the headlines in the news. They're talking about unemployment and just a whole lot of AI stuff, technology stuff going on. And there's this whole thing about the National Credit Amendment. Did you see any of those?
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, before I get ahead of myself, the main topic that I want to, or rather the direction I want to take today's episode or conversation is just the whole thing of education and how certain things have become outdated. You find yourself studying for 3-4 years for a degree, only to find out that, your degree is useless because the world is going digital, and people are studying stuff that are not in alignment with the direction that the world is going. So I just want to talk about that just in the context of the things that I've also mentioned. For example, we had graphic designers getting replaced by the likes of Canva, getting replaced by all these AI models and all those things. And just how we are at a point now where that traditional model of go to school, get a job, buy a house, what, that's no longer working. Because now it's no longer automatic that if you get the degree, you'll get the job.
Yeah.
So now we are having to find ourselves having to look at other options in terms of entrepreneurship, whatever. What's your take?
Yeah, well, obviously, I think in terms of how technology has quite grown so much up to this point, there are certain qualifications that don't really, I don't want to say don't matter.
Yeah.
But like AI can just do it better.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do graphic design in school.
Yeah.
I can just use Canva.
And look at you. You're designing like a...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not fair that someone went to school and studied that for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I did it in like 3 months.
Yeah.
So I think it's best to sort of adapt to it, learn how to use AI so that you can be useful during this time.
Yeah.
I think so.
I also think, bro, it's time that we also wake up because this whole thing is affecting us as the youth.
Yeah.
Right? And you see how, okay, let me make an example about acting. Gone are the days where actors had to go and audition and do all those things. They get actors off of TikTok now.
Yeah, which is messed up,
know?
Yeah.
So if you are posting on TikTok and you are consistent, you are doing, those challenges and whatnot, and you are showing your acting skills, you might find yourself on Shaga Ilembe, like Mac G recently.
Yeah.
How unfair is that?
Dude, but it's Mac G.
It's Mac G, but now I'm just talking about the model, how it's now entirely disturbed by content creation and all these things. Where now you no longer have to go the traditional route of doing things. Yeah. You can just, if you can make it on the internet, you can make it anyway. You see? Yeah. So it's things like that. And I just want to lean towards the fact that we need to start waking up, from a point of we need to realize that, okay, now that the traditional model of going about this success thing, now that it's disturbed or completely screwed, what now? Because we can't just complain and say, there are no jobs, the unemployment stats are going up, bro. And me personally, I don't want to be part of those stats, bro. Yeah. You've been unemployed. What was that like?
Oh wow. Okay. It was really bad. I mean, but I think it's a choice thing though.
Yeah.
Because you can literally start your own business.
Absolutely.
And if you can't, find someone who can.
Yeah.
So that they help you along the way. Because it was never even a plan to be a part of a business in my life, but because you were passionate about it, I was like, oh yeah, let me use this guy. I'm joking, but I'm just saying, it's better when you have someone who is passionate about it so they can inform you. So I think at this point, just have your own business or do content creation.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't always complain about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But what do you say now to the person that is not as business savvy or can't even sit in front of a camera and shoot content?
I think you just have to fake it then.
Fake it till you make it.
Because I think with business, you can't fake it. You need to be informed. But I don't think there's anyone who's born with that mindset. Yeah. Like when you're still a baby, they didn't see you talking about target markets and equity. Nobody. You had to learn those things. Yeah. So I think it's a choice to be. Is it uninformed? Is that a word? Yeah. That.
It's a choice to be uninformed.
Yeah, because there's so much, bro, you could learn from people. Yeah. So I don't want to sound weird.
Just do this. Sure.
Yeah, but I think unemployment to some extent it's a choice because you could do something about your life. Yeah. Literally anything.
True.
I think so.
Yeah. So I totally agree with you on that, but it just sounds so harsh to say it's a choice.
Oh yeah.
So people are choosing ignorance, which is a fact, bro. Yeah. It's a fact because even if I wasn't always a content creator, but look at me now.
Yeah.
Every day. I was never the business savviness. It was always there, but I wasn't born with it, like you are saying. Yeah. It's all about the content that you consume. I there's this thing I'm fascinated with. If I'm trying to get to know a person, I'd like you to show me your feed first. Show me your Instagram feed. Show me your YouTube feed. Yeah, that'll tell me a lot about who you are and what you consume, and what your thinking is. So I do believe that people can learn these skills.
Yeah,
it's not too late. I think now what's needed is not to say people should not go out there and get the education.
No, that's not what we're saying.
You still need the education, especially if you are lost, you don't know what to do with your life. Because I've always loved education, but there was a time where I wanted to study something, but then I didn't qualify for it because in my matric year, I played around. Yeah. I lived a life completely opposite to what I live now, And as a result, that messed up my plans for post-matric, that just that year after matric. And I was lost, bro. Like, I still say till today that my worst year was 2019 because of the way things turned out. Yeah. And my solution to that was school, And once I did the school thing, the most important thing about school, if you don't have a plan, it'll definitely set you on a path, bro. You might not get the job, but it'll set you on a path. It'll wire you in some way, And you might just have an idea of what you want to do. Because after I graduated from marketing management, realizing then that the world is going digital, I was like, I went to work. I worked for about a year and then stuff happened. And then again, I was lost. Where did I go from there? Again, school, to where I am now. That's what led me to Pretoria. And so that's how I see education. I don't see education as this thing where you have to, where it's your, how can I put it? Your blueprint to success. Yeah. It's not, bro, but it's going to set you on a path for sure. Look at the likes of Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is a dropout, bro, and he didn't rely on school to get him to where he is right now, but it set him on a path. Yeah. Because as soon as he got an idea of what he wants to do, of which, thanks to school, thanks to Harvard, for him, he started his own thing, Facebook. Look at where he is now. Imagine if Caprio Digital, our digital marketing agency, in case you didn't know, go to www.capriodigital.co.za for all things marketing, promotion, anything. If you have a business and you want to grow it, go there, check us out, and let's talk. Anyway, imagine if I started Caprio Digital and it popped off while I was in first year. Do you think I'd be in my final year now?
Probably not.
Would have quit, bro.
Yeah.
I would have quit. So that's the thing about school. It sets you on a path. And Caprio Digital is now starting to slightly pop off. And I'm just lucky that I'm in my final year now. I'd be very stupid if I decided to drop out now, with just, 2-3 months left, So that's just that in terms of education. I was going to a point I'm going to make an example about accountants in today's, how can I put it, economic environment and the way things are right now systematically. Just from, if you are an accountant, chances are, how many people do you know that have done accounting, bro?
Not that many.
But just
that have went to study it.
Yeah,
a
lot, right?
Yeah.
So there's not a shortage of accountants. Can we just establish that fact that there's not a shortage? So given that there's not a shortage of accountants, chances are, if you are studying accounting now, you are not going to get that job immediately.
Because it's still a queue, bro.
Still a long queue.
Yeah.
So now, how do you succeed as an accountant in this current climate? Start educating people about accounting. You can start a business, your own thing. Because if you are going to go on LinkedIn, bro, that LinkedIn thing,
it doesn't work, bro.
It works for some people for some reason, bro. But me, I spent a lot of time applying for jobs, bro.
But how many times in a day did you do it?
Dude, I was applying for like 5 jobs a day. And I guess that was not enough.
It wasn't.
Because
the likes of Gary Vee, they're like, apply to 40 jobs a day.
You see.
50. That is a lot.
So that, it's just a lot, bro. The system is, for lack of a better word, it's effed.
Yeah.
And so we need to start looking at other avenues for making money. I was making the example about accountants. If you're an accountant right now, you realize that, okay, I am not getting a job. Let me start creating content about accounting. Educate people about accounting. Who knows? Maybe a Caprio Digital might come by and be like, yo, we need an accountant. Now you have not gone the traditional route of getting a job in accounting, but you use content to get there. You positioned yourself as an expert in your field, and eventually you get a job. Or you just people start calling you in to teach their teams about accounting. So the traditional way of doing things is now completely messed up. And then I want to talk, still on the topic of education, I just want to talk about the National Credit Amendment Act. So what that is, Zane, is they are now charging students. Well, they have been, but it's just so let me get the right words. So you know how student loans have been an issue, right? For students. You step outside of the institution and you are owing hundreds of thousands of rands to the institution. What do they say? You are not getting your qualification up until you pay us that money. Right? So now what they are doing with the National Credit Amendment Act is that so normally you were not blacklisted. You just had those student debt, but you are not blacklisted. Now they are saying you are blacklisted. They've made that amendment or that adjustment to say you will now get blacklisted. I think that's what I've been hearing. Correct me if I'm wrong. So they say you will now get blacklisted. As soon as you are blacklisted, bro, you can't apply for anything. You can't apply for a loan. You can't apply to get a car, because as soon as they look you up, they show, wow, this guy owes.
Flip.
And now, the very fact that they say you are not going to get your qualification up until you pay that debt, you went to school in order that you might stand a better chance of getting a job. So now they withhold the very thing that could get you a job.
Yo.
How messed up is that, bro?
That is effed up, actually.
I'm speaking a lot, but given what I have just said, what's your take? What's going on in your mind right now?
Yo. Well, first of all, I'm like you. It's highly impossible for you to even pay up whatever you owe, because there are no jobs. That's another thing.
Yeah.
So for you to even for them to keep the one thing that even makes you have that little chance of making your life better, it's definitely unfair.
Yeah.
So we're not saying quit school, because that's dumb.
Yeah.
I think maybe, it's a mindset thing, bruh. Because if you tell yourself that, okay, for school, I'm just going to get informed or to get educated, not necessarily to get a future, it changes how you think. Because then now, whatever that I've learned, I can start something on my own.
Yeah.
So for this specific one, I don't know how South Africa is going to fight this.
Yeah. There's currently a petition going around to...
Oh, they have to? Okay.
Yeah. There's a petition that people are signing to go against this this amendment act, this National Credit Amendment Act. So is that something you would sign?
Oh, yeah. Because I understand how difficult it is to even like function in this country is so messed up.
Yeah. But even though I would sign it, I still have my reservations, bro. Okay. Honestly. And that is, as young people, we are ignorant of everything up until it actually affects us.
Elaborate on that.
So I can imagine that there's a ton of things that led up to this moment, to the National Credit Amendment Act being imposed, right? Or rather, being brought to the forefront, right? Yeah. There's so many things, Zane, that we should be doing as young people that we are not doing. But as soon as our comfort is threatened, only then do we want to be woke.
Yeah. Okay.
Why aren't we woke about staying informed and seeing and looking, paying attention, close attention to the direction that the world is going? Because if you look at the rich, if you look at the elite, those people don't depend on the government. Yeah. Do you think right now a trust fund baby is concerned about this National Credit Act?
No. Not
exactly.
At all. Yeah.
Exactly. So now, as the Black community, this thing, it trickles down. It started with our grandparents, to our parents, to us now. What were our grandparents doing when the likes of our Petrus Motsepe were getting the bag? Yeah. When the likes of Richard Maponya were opening malls in Soweto? You know? So it's only now when the hand is being closed up, because we like handouts. But when that hand starts being closed, now we want to cry. Yeah. You know? But why are we taking handouts to begin with? I get the whole systematic thing, like the apartheid, and I feel like apartheid is 30 plus years old now. That can't still be an excuse, bro.
Yeah, and I think, especially for our generation, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, Zane. It's not the same thing. We now have the opportunity to change the conversation because we have white friends.
But that's the thing. It's not everyone that has white friends.
Yeah, sure. But the few that do, you know, we have the chance to change the conversation to saying, yo, Pete, Yanni, let's talk about wealth and land.
Oh, okay. Now I see what
you know, going. Yeah. Let's talk about wealth and land. What's your take on the fact that you inherited this wealth in this manner that was unfair to this community, the Black community, that is? How about now going forward, you and I will collaborate, Yanni. Let's try and right the wrongs. But instead, we want to vilify Uyani. Yanni, that has nothing to do with apartheid. He was not there. You and I were not there, bro.
Yeah, no.
You know? Yeah. So what we can start doing is change the conversation. And I'm so aware of how this might make other people feel, bro. And I am sorry, but I'm not sorry. You know? Because I'm not coming to you with a, how can I put it? I'm not coming from privilege, Zane. I always say I come from a family where we didn't have everything that we wanted, but we had everything that we needed. And that's the case typically across the board with Black people, because Black people, they come from middle to lower middle class, and then the few coming from the upper middle class, you know. But majority is coming from the middle class. They can afford. Like right now, bro, we are having sleepless nights trying to build something and not to rely on the government. You know, as much as we see these injustices, we are not complaining, but instead we are building.
But I think it's good to complain, but then do something about it.
Sure.
Because now to just say they took the land, I don't know, favoritism.
But let the complaints change.
Yeah.
Me right now, I'm complaining about how long the process is to get a grant from NYDA. I'm complaining about how long it takes, how the information is not easily available to get a grant as a young black person. To get not the government is not giving me this. No, it's not giving me a 350.
That's when you know like it's actually bad. When you
chief.
Yeah. It gets that bad, bro. Like
up until we can start changing. And then now, saying this is pissing me off. As I'm sitting here, I'm getting pissed as I think about these things. Because now, every weekend, as young people, where are we? We live in Hatfield, bro. Where are young people over the weekend? Let me not even say the weekend. Starting Wednesday.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yo, bro.
The line is long at Drama, bro. The line is long at Pablo's.
Yeah.
The line is long at what's this place? Barcode.
Yeah. Uncle Fel's. Yo, it's a lot of them.
I was at CETA and NYDA recently. There was no line. Yet on Monday, when the hangover is gone, or Tuesday, in fact, when the hangover is gone, now we want to be woke and complain about the National Credit Act.
Yeah.
Why are you in a position to complain about the National Credit Act, bro?
Yeah.
So as much as, yes, these things are wrong, but at the same time, we are also not at a position where we can say we are completely not guilty. Because if we were trying, if we were going out of our way to stay informed, to upskill ourselves, we would hear about this National Credit Act and be like, yeah, sure. It's so unfortunate that there is an actual minority that is poor.
Yeah.
That is actually affected by this. And my heart is with those people, But for the majority, nah, bro. Get up and do something. Start a business, bro. Sell clothes. There's people thrifting right now. There's a ton of things, bro. But the thing is, it's not easy building a business.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not busy. It's not easy hustling for yourself. And so that is my problem with us young people today, is that we are flipping lazy.
Do you think it all boils down to laziness though? Because I think
what does it boil down to? Yes, you think?
I think purpose. Some people just don't know what to do with their lives. And it's very sad to be at that point where, bruh, you don't think you can do anything.
Yeah.
Because with us, I think I'm glad of the community we have, because you have people around you who even suggest things.
Yeah.
But there's some, not that it's an excuse. There's some who are in their 20s, they completed that degree or whatever, but they don't know what else to do besides apply.
Yeah.
Like they have nothing. They don't have a village or a community that actually even advises them on things. So I think it goes down to purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is in this life, you're not going to do anything.
The one thing that stands out of everything that you just said right now is don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Not knowing is not a chronic illness.
Yeah.
It's not like cancer, something that doesn't have a cure. Not knowing has a cure.
Yeah, but then that's what I'm saying. Like, you need people, bro. I don't think there's anyone in this world who's like,
you need people. There's a ton of people, Zayn. Like me, I've told you about my history, bro.
Yeah.
I've had people in my life that were not good for me. But it started with a choice of, I'm no longer going to have these people in my life. I'm going to seek out these type of people. Because they are out there. And again, my heart goes out to the people, because now I'm going to say, even if you can't get to those people physically, but you have the internet, it is said you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. And those people don't necessarily have to be actual people, but it's the podcasts that you listen to.
Oh, basically what you consume.
The content that you consume online. If not that, then just stay in your own little corner, bro. Seek Jesus or something. And just to protect your space, bro, and to protect your mind, Us, we are in a very fortunate position. Also not fortunate because we live in Hatfield, bro. we could be friends with the most degenerate people.
True, but we didn't start at Hatfield though.
Where did we start?
We started in Acadia.
And?
That's where we met everyone.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but now I get you. It's not...
In Acadia, were there not degenerate people over there?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Exactly. But did you choose those people?
No.
Exactly.
It makes sense. Choice now.
It's a choice again.
Yeah.
But it's just so unfortunate that there are people. So I'm not saying that life is not hard and that there's this everything you can choose. Some stuff you can't choose. But then again, I can come up with another argument of that. For example, there's this, I don't know if it's a parable or whatever, but two sons raised by a drunkard father. One says, my life is messed up because my dad was a drunkard. One says, I am successful because my dad was a drunkard. Same reason for why their lives have turned out the way they have. It's just the way that you take things.
Oh, okay.
So that would be my argument to that. Now, we say people don't choice. We always have a choice. Bro.
Yeah, I think everyone always does.
We always have a choice. And it's just so heartbreaking, bro. And I just wish that we could start becoming woke as young people.
For the right reasons.
For the right reasons.
Yeah, because I think we are woke, but
we are very much
dumb
woke.
Stuff,
dude. Stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's going to take there. I'm building Foundry to start changing those perspectives.
Yeah.
But then you see how crazy things are. You see the numbers on Foundry.
Yeah.
They're not looking good compared to these degenerate podcasts.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
We like entertainment more than things that actually inform us.
True. Because the very same people that are now complaining about this debt that they're gonna pay are the very same people that are drinking almost each and every day.
Exactly.
And they spend a lot of money on that.
Another thing now.
Yeah.
Where do they get the money to fill out drama and all this stuff? Because the very fact that you qualify for an NSFAS means that, so for an NSFAS, for you to qualify for an NSFAS, your parents jointly, they need to be earning, I think, less than 350,000 Rand a year.
And that's a lot of money. Okay, not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that you qualify for an NSFAS means you don't come from money, you don't come from wealth.
Yeah.
So when Anje, just given that fact, you don't qualify, you don't afford to be a drama. So where are you getting this money to be a drama every weekend? You're chowing this very NSFAS money that is supposed to be paying for your fees and everything else.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna come complain about student debt.
Yeah.
When you could have taken when you spent a K every weekend at drama.
Or even more.
Or Pablo or wherever. Dude, it's alcohol is expensive, bro. And then guys want to fill out a section. They call it sections.
Yeah.
Me, when I pull up with my crew at the section, our section is always lit.
Guy in NSFAS, man.
Guy in NSFAS, money, dog.
It's really heartbreaking.
So,
actually.
As much as we sympathize and we say, yeah, sure, it's wrong, but let's also reflect and turn it back to ourselves as young people. What are we doing about the situation?
Yeah.
But let's sign the National Credit Act, the National Credit Amendment Act. Let's sign it and let's see where it goes. Because, bro, the system is messed up, bro. And if you're going to rely on the system, nah, dog, you're gonna
But do you
be poor
think
forever.
that this petition will... Do you think they'll win, though, the students? Because, I really want to sympathize with NSFAS students. But when I see what they do with their money, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Because some of them don't even use it for school stuff. Some of them claim the money.
They buy iPhones, chief.
Yeah, they claim the money for books and they buy, I don't know where do they even buy them. But they don't use that money that they got from the government.
So, yeah, bro, it's messed up. And then unemployment is rife right now. I think we are sitting at a whopping 36 point something percent. And it's all young people, bro. Majority is young people.
Right.
So it's messed up. It's something that I want us to keep talking about here on Foundry. Sometimes it's going to be serious, like it was right now. Sometimes it's going to piss us off. Sometimes we're going to laugh about it. But let's keep that conversation alive. I think it's up to platforms like this to sort of like try and change the perspectives
of people.
And there's only so much that we can do, bro. We can put out the content, but if young people are not gravitating towards this content, there's nothing that we can do. They're gonna keep complaining. They're gonna stay poor, you know.
And you saw it was like when you check like entertainment podcasts that are the opposite of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the numbers are insane. Like,
look at the likes of our open chats. Well, what other ones? You consume. You are part of the problem when I say.
I have a business and a career, so I think I can watch that. But like on a serious note, like we have these people that are watching this podcast that are not actually. There's nothing bad about open chats. I don't want to. I don't want to diss them or anything. But like, if you're gonna watch entertainment and still complain about not having a purpose, when there's like podcasts like Foundry that give you the knowledge, then you just suck. I guess.
Because, like you say again, the podcasts that do the most numbers are the ones that are purely entertainment. Okay, maybe a bit of current affairs here and there, but it's always from a point of, oh, did you see what happened? They never do a deep dive as to why it is that way and educating.
I think the question is like, is it even better in your life in any sense? Because it's good to laugh and everything.
Absolutely.
If after that I'm going to go back to sleep and not do anything, then and then I'm going to wait for next week for the episode to be dropped. Like, it's very sad in a way.
But anyway, what hope do you have for this country?
Zero. I'm joking. I think we'll get better, bro, with time. But it all starts with us. Like, it's a mindset thing, man. Because even right now, it's good to complain, yes. But what are you going to do about it?
Absolutely.
Like, okay, you can't find a job. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit there and just...
Watch Vela.
Okay, who's Vela? Sorry. But then it's good to, like, complain or acknowledge, complain, and then pray, and then do something about it. Don't just sit. So I believe there's hope. I believe, like, we could be the perfect example of how you could actually make it outside of just like the traditional route, and hopefully inspire other people to also take a risk or take a chance on doing something better with their lives. So that's my hope. I guess.
At the sort of like towards the end of this month, we are making a trip to Sandton to go shoot an interview over there. Foundry Lab with a special guest called Francois Venter. He's a guy I went to school with. He was studying BCom project management.
Cool.
And he's a very serious guy, you know. And just to prove the point of what we are talking about here, Francois at school, everyone saw him as this serious guy. You know, nobody really wanted to associate with him or conversate with him because
he was too serious.
He was too serious. He didn't talk about entertainment stuff, you know. And Francois came from corporate, right? He was working internationally, bro. I think if I'm not mistaken, he's been to Germany. He was telling me about how he's worked in some of the African countries. I think Mali is there in the Sahel region, there where the continent is rife with wars and coups and whatnot. So he's seen the African continent, and he's just been there, you know. What we are talking, so when we speak about these African continents, I'm speaking from a point of what I saw on the news or what I hear, and, you know, based on the content that I consume. He's been there, you know. So hence I thought it would be great to have him on the podcast. And so we are going there to shoot in Sandton with him. And I'm looking forward to that conversation, you know, because Francois represents a person that went to school knowing exactly what he wants and what the plan is. And yeah, that is just also is a man after God's own heart. Is his Christian, and maybe that's another question, another conversation rather. That how can I put it? Just a relationship between success and your religious beliefs, God. That's just another conversation that I would like to have, and I think Prince would be a great person to have that conversation with. But anyway, looking forward to that episode dropping later this month. We still need to shoot it, hence we will be going out to Sandton because he lives in Krugersdorp. So we're like, okay, how can we what's a place that can be convenient for both of us? I mean, Midrand would have been convenient, but Sandton just sounds
just very classy.
Yeah. So I want to be in Sandton to shoot that one. So look out for that. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss that episode. And if you care about the country, the world, your aspirations, and just building something, please like, share, and subscribe and help us to grow this platform. Otherwise, that's it from me.
And do something with your life. I think that's all I can say. Just do something.
This has been the Foundry Lab. Until next time.